Alright, hello to all my guys, gals, and non-binary pals out there across the electrical ocean. This is Jazzman, and we are back with another game. I'm speeding through my intro because we are very late to this game. I was recording another game, and it was turning out to be very slow and boring, so I thought, you know what, screw this, I'm going to find something more interesting. And I saw this game going on. This has been going on for about 10 minutes here. So we're quite late. Elvesrule playing full faction Sundered Lands versus Ianu playing a split between Forglar and Shattered Peaks. Is he playing collective? Let me just check. I clicked behind the shrine here. He played collective in the last game I uploaded, so that's why I got to check. But it doesn't look like he has it out this time. He's just playing good stuff, Forglar, Shattered Peaks. But yeah, this game has been going on for 10 minutes, so I'm just trying to catch up here. We've got Vex, so it's looking like dragons here for Elvesrule. Threatening topside with that Brood Queen. Never mind, he's going to go mid with the Brood Queen and potentially get some kills here. How much damage is left on this bubble of protection there? Got I'm never going to be able to find it in the combat log. I'm just going to, you know what? I'm going to assume it's a full damage bubble of protection here. So he's actually going for Elves is going for a horrific mutation onto Vindrax. So Vindrax gets a few more stats and horrific aura. He's gonna try and blow right through the void shield on this Zoalt. But Brood Queen, man, that Vindrax is super buffed out the ass with the stats. He's got decaying on him, so the regen will be hurting instead of healing, which is a little unfortunate. But I would not be surprised to see this Zoalt go down this turn. Hunter Walker, of course, completely useless versus dragons because they all have flying. And, oh yeah, 23 damage, 19 damage from Vindrax. That is a massive overkill from Vindrax there. Vindrax showing that he is master of the skies. Zoalt does not belong. Vindrax, and the other SL dragons do not claim Zoalt as one of their own. So we got Homunculus. He couldn't quite kill the Echo Chamber here, but it was just used, so it's not too big a deal. And everything within coordination range of Valdak. I've been seeing this build a lot more on Valdak at the top levels. Coordination and Divert. That seems to be the build everyone is going with. I think there's potential to be had in Enchant Magic if you're running stuff like Dragon God Staff that can be dropped as a relic, or you can put it on the champion that's equipped. You could also put it on a Hive to boost the Hive's damage, or a Phalanx Marker to deter melee attackers from getting at it. Because Phalanx Marker already has Arrow Ear, right, if you're next to it. So putting a damage shield on there as well do some pretty nice work. So Horrific Aura wards off the Augur attacks. I'm assuming he was going for an Impact Strike there. Because, this choke point is pretty anti 2x2. And Vindrax is indeed as such. We've got Hungan. So Hungan can't really do much now. He's just going to have to back off due to that Horrific Aura. And the Boghopper Shaman. I don't know if I agree with the Boghopper Shaman deploy. It heals the Augur, but that's pretty much all it does. And you've already got Twisted Essence on Hungan, and you've got Healing Mind on Snaptooth. So kind of the last thing you need right now is more healing. You need more champs that can fight. Like, this Vindrax is going to be all up in your face from now on. Preferably something that's not physical damage, of course, because Vindrax has Resist 3. But Ancient is going to phase shift. Is he going to go grab that globe with the mobility he's got? I think that'd be a little bold. I think that would just leave Vex prone to, blocking him off from the back. But nope, Snaptooth Ancient will not be had from the back today. You could have actually just left the font with the Hungan and let the Incorporeal contest, but that Echo Chamber will have to be dealt with if Elvesrule wants to force his Vindrax through. And I'm thinking Elvesrule is going to be a bro here and hold off on contesting topside. I feel like at the top level, like if you're in a serious game, you wouldn't really do it. But Elvesrule is a good guy. He's not one to abuse advantages like that when he doesn't have to. I mean, he's a good player too. Like, he wouldn't really need the advantage of the other font. But that said, good players do have certain leeway to make the most out of the map. He is 1 AP short of taking the font, but he could just drop a relic in there, And that would probably be the beginning of the end for good old Ianu here. So what will Elvesrule do? What's he gonna be up to? Still not sure how much damage is on that bubble. So, yeah, it's not in here. I'm thinking it'll be quite a bit. He's moving in with Vindrax. Will we see a Dragonic Benediction, maybe? Possible. Goes for the Firebomb. Okay, so it wasn't that much damage if a 12 damage Vex can burst through it with a 3 damage overkill. The Homunculus takes out the Echo Chamber, and Brood Queen moves in herself, too. Vindrax, of course, 1 AP short of an attack himself. So maybe... a Drummer. Okay, I was thinking there's no way he gets an on-deploy Battle Drum, right? If he If he could transfigure... I think the Avatar Dragonic Benediction is like... Is it 1 AP or 2? I'm thinking he maybe could have done that and then Battle Drummed if it was 2 AP, giving the Vindrax enough to finish off that Hungan, but that would have been a big brain play from Elvesrule, but it's still a little early into the game. Transfiguring is still off the table. So we'll see the Ancient here, gonna get caught out in the open by Vex, getting barreled down on, and then Ancient, I mean, he could get 2 hits on Vindrax for a little bit of Inhibiting Touch. I think Inhibiting Touch, when you're running Hungan with Rotting Blows, is, I don't know, a little bit of like anti-synergistic almost, because Inhibiting Touch prevents healing, whereas Rotting Blows also prevents healing, but it causes decaying, which is a much better condition. So either Lanu really hates healing, or he doesn't mind double dipping on upgrades there. I'm gonna focus down that Brood Queen actually, instead of choosing to hit the Vindrax. Can he get this kill? It doesn't look like he will be able to. He just doesn't have the damage really. Like, he's got Hogbopper Shaman, who's a healer, and these other guys who don't do too much on their own. I mean, Sundered Lands, champions notoriously tanky, and they've got their Dragon Racial to give them all Hunter Walker. Yeah, I'm trying to think, like Boulder Throw. He's got Shocked on there. And yep, that's about it. So yeah, Boulder Throw wouldn't be enough. And it wouldn't be quite enough. There's another Bubble of Protection on the Hungan. Man, just, you gotta purge that shit, Elvesrule. You gotta purge it. Actually, if he runs a Dragon God Staff, he could just drop that, and purge it that way. But I mean the actual spell Purge. That would probably be the end of the game, because the Hungan would die, Ancient would be, run down by Vex, and, we've got Valdak sitting in the back to heal everybody. Could probably do a Cleansing Breath to get rid of all these negative conditions. Man, imagine the damage that Judgment would do to this Brood Queen with all these negatives on there. That'd be like, what, 70 damage onto that Brood Queen? That's kind of crazy. So the Drummer goes for beating his chest like a big old monkey, and giving everyone some AP. So this is definitely going to be a dead Hungan, I would think. Let's keep track of the buffer damage. Yeah, 1 hit from Brood Queen did 20. Or sorry, did 15 to that buffer. And there's another one from Valdak, and that'll overkill. And yeah, Vindrax with double hit. There's no way this Hungan survives. Oh, I spoke too soon. There's a Whispers of the Mind. Get outplayed, sir. The Whispers of the Mind counteracts that power turn. That's a lot of Spell Nora, though, on Lanu's side. I mean, you can get another hit with Homunculus. It would be hilarious if this Hungan still died anyway to, like, a Firestorm. Wait, what? What was that? Oh, yeah, Vex's Firebomb. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I was going to say it would be hilarious if it died to, like, a Firestorm or something anyway, but Vex is sitting around with Firebomb at the ready. So it ended up dying regardless. Probably not the best move on Lanu's part, but I mean, there's really nothing he can do against his Dragon Rampage right now. I'm thinking Elvesrule has decided, you know what? I'm through being a nice guy. I'm going to send Imperator up to that font and end this game, ruining my recording. I mean, this has been, I don't know. I think this is good enough for a recording. I don't make a habit of recording games that have been going on this late, but I do like watching interesting games, and these two players are generally fairly interesting to watch. So the Ancient Phase Shift still on cooldown for 1 more turn, won't be able to sneak his way into that font. I mean, Augur of the Deep could potentially leap in and contest, but that would not be in his best interest. I mean, you very well could, but trying is the first step to failure. Brood Queen, man, Ianu's been biting his teeth out on that Brood Queen for a long time. Font Eruption here, doing some good damage. I think, personally, Font Eruption isn't worth it unless you're going to run 2 of them. I think that's just my opinion, man. Because 1 Font Eruption doesn't even kill the backline relics like the banner and stuff. If you're going to run Font Eruption, you kind of have to run 2. Just 1 isn't really good enough to justify this slot. Because then at that point, you might as well run any normal AoE. But it is good in stalemate situations. When you're facing down someone on, you know, shores or something, and they're just sitting around their font. But Ianu did manage to take down that menacing dragon homunculus and his brood bitch that was babysitting. But Vindrax is no slouch on the offense. He is going to rip that Hogbopper a new one, or this one, or any of them. You could probably just walk into this font and Ianu would be screwed, because he has not really anything to deal with a 20 damage Vindrax right now. As you know, Vindrax has Vul Magical, but piddly little Boghopper Shaman here with 7 damage. That doesn't really mean much. So I'm thinking, okay, so there's a Salaman Commando out actually that Ianu had, but Elvesrule takes the game anyway. So well played to both, and we'll see everyone in the next one.